Dear students, 2025 JEE Mains aspirants, in the first session, they conducted exams from 22nd to 24th, and still 2 days exams are left over. So, after analyzing all the papers which they given for s- 3 days, that is 6 papers, so we can expect some questions for the remaining 2 days exams which they are going to conduct on 28th and 29th. So please go through these papers which definitely help you to guess some questions for the coming exams. So let us see this units and dimension topic. So in these 22nd, 23rd, 24th exams, what questions they given? So they given based on dimensional formula. It's a almost compulsory question. And then they given question on screw gauge and vernier calipers. And they given a question on significant digits. So and so now uh, almost all models he covered. Other than these three models, please go through these questions. And here in second topic, one end of two-dimensional motion. So they given a very less number of questions on one-dimensional motion. Hardly one graph-based question he asked, but almost all papers they given a question on projectile motion. So here I am giving some expected questions which are not covered in the 6 papers. So here it is different models. This model he is not covered. This model also is not covered. And here we'll ask the standard questions at after what time velocity is perpendicular. So this is another standard question. It's a one-dimensional question. Here, this one also maximum height reached. So just to differentiate it, you get x value and then substitute here. You get corresponding y, you get the maximum height which reached. And based on that, they can ask range also. You get x, double it, you get 2x, which you get the range. These are all other standard question. Here, based on vectors also, only one question they ask till now. Here it is based on this. Resultant makes an angle 90 degrees means you can calculate by using formula tan alpha is equal to q sine theta by p plus q cos theta. Based on this, you can solve very easily. And another question they didn't cover till now is based rain problems as well as here boat problems reaching opposite bank in shortest time and shortest path. Those models till now he didn't touch. You can expect for these exams. And Newton's laws, very less questions he asked here. So which are not covered means lift based problems he didn't cover and chain related to some parties hanging. What is the minimum force required to put the chain on the table or related to friction, you have a problem based on chain. That particular problem is also there. And here you have a uh, time of ascent once it is a rough surface to reach top, and time of descent. One is sometimes, other you have a straight formula. So based on that, you can do this problem. This is also not covered. Here you have a rope of length L. This is a problem at if it is a string, massless means tension at different points are same. But here it's a rope. It's having mass. Tension at different points are different. Based on that, the sixth problem will be there. Here once mass is also good problem, balloon problem. So on removing some mass, acceleration is doubled. So buoyancy problem, you can do that. Here is a 10, 10 grams. What is the magnitude and direction of the fourth seventh coin from the bottom? The seventh coin from the bottom means uh, here you have three more coins. Here you have right six more coins. Here you have a friction. So minimum force will be that is 3 mu n plus here over this you have 4 coins 4 mu n, right? Based on that you can calculate this. And here also three-fourth of the length is rough. This is another problem which he did. Some part is plain, some part is rough. So based on what is the coefficient of friction? Here it is a block on block problem. This is also it didn't cover. So please go through this. There's a possibility of asking this question. So here force acting. This is based on change in momentum. Uh, right, final momentum minus initial momentum, which gives you force acting on it. So this is based on variable mass. So extra force actually F equal to ma, rate of change of momentum. So we assume mass as constant, and we used to write mdv by dt, but since mass also changes, v dm by dt. So extra force required is this. Based on this 12th question is there. Here length of the board, the distance. So there is no external force. No external force. So actual force here is times say center of mass. When the external force is zero, center of mass is zero, velocity will be constant. Center of mass, based on that you have question. So here it is based off conservation of momentum. You have a question. This is also not covered. Here also same concept based on center of mass not change if there is no here. Till now they asked in center of mass, shifting of center of mass and finding center of mass. Here is variable mass is there, density changes. So how to find center of mass? This model is not covered. Ladder model also not covered. Here, one size melts, how center of mass position change, it is also not given. So this model also not covered. Please go through this. These are all important questions. And here, so this is another standard question, theoretical question. So just apply P initial in a vectorial form of first body, P initial of second body is equal to P final of first body. In vector form, you take problem will be easier. You can do this. And in collisions, only one problem is covered till now. A body which is at rest exploded. P1 plus P2, it split into three pieces. Based on this, that problem can be solved. Remaining models, which are standard models, these are not covered, right? Once it hits coefficient of restitution is u, it rises with a velocity uu. So then slowly its velocity reduces and finally comes to rest, and distance traveled is h plus 2 h1, so on like that. Based on that, you can see here also this and these are related. You go ahead, compulsory models. So once it is embedded, this is based on half mv square m plus mv square is equal to how much height it rises, m plus m into gh, co- ballistic pendulum model. Mm, here a collide stationary, perfectly elastic, percent loss. This also model also not covered. Here it is energy is conserved. Momentum is energy is not conserved because it is inelastic collision. Momentum is conserved, and another formula is you take this formula in addition to momentum conserved and solve it, you get answers for this. Gravitation till now, we covered problems based on how g dash changes at different points, acceleration due to gravity, time period. Based on that, he given a question. And here it is, these type of models based on escape velocity and projected with nearer to escape velocity. Uh, Here it is a miss to a height r by 4 from, then there is an increase in the potential energy. Earlier, at on the surface, this is the potential at a max r plus h. At a height h from the surface, potential energy increase means take the difference point the percentages. Here it is. So if you project with escape velocity, it just at infinite region, final its velocity becomes zero. That is the minimum velocity which, if you project with greater than escape velocity, then right here v is the velocity which you thrown. So with this velocity you throw it, even uh, in at infinite distance, it has a velocity. That velocity can be calculated by using this formula. So here it is the height at it which reaches means, so minus gmm by r plus half mv square is equal to minus gmm by r plus h. So this h can be calculated at this place. Work done to increase. So total energy in this orbit is minus gmm by 2r. To put in another orbit, that is minus gmm by total energy to r1, take the difference, you can calculate work done to increase. So here few topics, after analyzing, uh, I given all possible questions. I hope some of the questions may turn up in exam which help you to increase your marks. So take the advantage of this. All the best.